Hi everybody, I'm John Muschalek, and we are back with another edition of the Muni Minute. I'm here again with Tom Kozlik, Managing Director and Head of Public Policy and Municipal Strategy for HilltopSecurities. Well, Tom, we've made it through the first 100 days of the Trump presidency. Obviously, at the beginning of April, we got hit with some of the tariff news and some of the fallout from that. We saw some wild movements in the municipal markets, right? On certain days, we're moving, 45 basis points in the day, 25 the next day, all over the place. So with that said, you've highlighted this as being one of the top municipal opportunities since 2023.
Yes.
Is that window closing now?
So the market went up by about 80 basis points at kind of the peak in April. It's come down, and what's happening now is the market's healing. Investors are kind of getting over that volatility and that concern that they were expressing in the beginning to the middle of April. But now that there's still some very attractive municipal yields that are available, and what it is that I'm talking to investors about doing is making sure that they don't wait. Because with economic weakness kind of around the corner, we could see a situation where yields start to fall.
So budget reconciliation negotiations are obviously underway. They're proving to be a little challenging for some of the lawmakers, right?
That's right.
In some of our previous episodes, we've talked about the threat to the tax exemption of municipals. Kind of how do you see that, and what does that mean for the threat to the tax exemption?
So the last time we spoke, I talked about the fact that I thought the threat to state and local government bonds is less. It's been reduced. That being said, it's important to reiterate that the threat to especially private activity bonds is still very high. And I also am reiterating to people that the threat to state and local government bonds, it's not gone away. There's still the potential as lawmakers go through these negotiations that they start to prioritize other items. Now, what you were alluding to is the fact that the negotiation process has really, it hasn't stalled, but it's not going anywhere near as quickly as lawmakers were hoping. And that gives me concern. It gives me concern because if they start prioritizing other items, that means that they might, the threat to the tax exemption could rise. So this is going to be something that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be watching very closely, and we're going to be talking about every month.
But what I'm hearing you say is, for right now, you feel like that threat is diminishing a little
That's
bit.
correct.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, let's talk about timing for tax policy in 2025. What does that look like right now?
So because of this kind of stalling with the process, I think it's going to be hard for the Republicans in the House to get their package done and approved by Memorial Day. And that's really what they were counting on in order to get something signed into law by the beginning of July. I don't think the July 1st or the beginning of July timing is really going to work. I really see them doing something in maybe September around the debt ceiling extension, and or even this potentially falling to even the end of the year, maybe in the beginning or middle of December.
Okay, so I think I've heard it for the last couple of episodes of the Muni Minute. The opportunity is still there.
That's right.
But when the market turns, as we've seen in the last week to 10 days, it can turn quickly.
That's right.
And some of that opportunity is going to evaporate. So
That's right.
The message to investors is act now.
That's right.
All right. Well, there you have it. There is our Muni Minute. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, John.